Welcome back everybody to another Milwaukee neighborhood review. So this video was supposed to be about Franklin, but the more I was digging into it, the more I realized that this would be taking it out of context. So we're going to do this one a little bit differently, and we're taking a look at Franklin, Greenfield, Greendale and Hales Corners, because you really have to look at all four of them in a combination. This is really a very diverse neighborhood in the best sense of the word. Just from a real estate point of view, you have old residential neighborhoods from the 60s with a lot of big mature trees like here behind me. You have new construction, new subdivisions, there's commercial districts, business districts. There's a lot of shopping, restaurants and entertainment between the whole region of the four of them. That's why I've decided to put them all together and make one video about them. So we have a lot to cover. Let's get started. When it comes to the Milwaukee suburbs, the southwest side of Milwaukee County has a lot to offer. The attractiveness of the area comes from the combination of four individual municipalities: Greenfield, Greendale, Franklin and Hales Corners. Individually they are quite different and each of them comes with their own strength, but put them all together they make an even better team and a great area to live in. Combined they have a population of almost 100,000 people, which represents a good-sized chunk out of the 1.6 million people living in the Milwaukee metro area. They also blend so well into each other that even locals are often not sure when they're driving around if they're still in one or already in the other. And this is why, for the purpose of this video, I decided to treat them as one big community. And before I get you confused too much, let's take a look at the map. Alright, quick orientation on the map. So we have downtown Milwaukee right here on the shore of Lake Michigan, and today we're looking at the southwest corner of Milwaukee County. You can see a lot of gray here, so this is the urban area. The more we're going south, the greener and the more suburban things are getting. We'll start up here in the north with Greenfield is the first one. Then we have here Greendale, Hales Corners, and Franklin is the biggest. And if you want to see how far we are away from Chicago, I'll give you a quick overview. Right down here, that is Chicago. Milwaukee's southwest corner does not fit in one easy to describe box. It is as diverse in housing options as it is in people. So to understand the area, it is best to go through them one by one. You will find a wide range of different neighborhood types. Some are made up of smaller homes from the 1950s, others feature larger, newer homes, and there are also quite a few brand new subdivisions. And between all of that, you have a lot of shopping, entertainment, bars and restaurants, and plenty of green spaces to enjoy. So it's basically a whole microcosm on its own. Let's get started with Greenfield. Greenfield is one of the oldest municipalities in the area and was incorporated in 1841, extending Milwaukee proper to the south. So no surprise, it has an overall urban Milwaukee feel to it, but already mixed in with a touch of suburban. Lot sizes and yards are getting slightly bigger than they are in Milwaukee, and many of the homes were built in the housing boom following World War II in the 1950s and 1960s, and they're normally a little bit on the smaller side. Home prices are typically in the mid-200s, but for nicely updated homes, you're looking at low to mid-300s. With a population of 38,000, Greenfield is one of the medium-sized communities in the Milwaukee metro area. Greenfield has also a good amount of shopping, especially along Layton and 76th Street, which is kind of seemingly transitioning over to the Southridge shopping mall, which technically is already in the next neighborhood to the south, and that is Greendale. With about 15,000 residents, Greendale is about half the size of Greenfield. And while the name with its Scottish roots suggests a green valley, it is about as flat as Greenfield. The two of them are easily confused, however, Greendale is the next step up and has clearly a more suburban feel to it. It was actually designed by the federal government as a model community. These greenbelt communities were patterned after the British Garden movement and designed so residents could walk to schools, shops and parks. Greendale was intended to be a model village for the working class, which I find interesting because most lots and homes are quite a bit bigger and nicer than their northern neighbors. To help with managing the large workforce during construction, Greendale was divided into alphabetic sections, like the A section and B section, later for example F section, with the bigger homes. And this alphabetic reference was endured. All streets in each section are beginning with the same letter. The A section includes like Angel Lane or Apricot Court, etc. The historic downtown Greendale Village Center brought updates, attracted new restaurants, and made the village center more of a tourist attraction. More than 40,000 flowers get planted annually along the downtown streets in hanging baskets, on sidewalks, and storefront window boxes. As far as home prices, you can find older homes from the 1950s in the low to mid 300,000s depending on condition, and larger homes usually are in the 400s. Only very few homes in Greendale break the $500,000 mark every year. Next on our list is Hales Corners. It's also part of Milwaukee's Southwest. It is a smaller community with only 8,000 residents, and the housing stock is actually quite similar to Greendale. If you're wondering where the name came from, the roots of the small municipality date back to the Hale family, who bought 320 acres of land in 1837 that made up 3 of the 4 corners, and that stuck, so now it's Hales Corners. And finally, we're getting to Franklin. Franklin is home to about 37,000 people, so about the same population as Greenfield, but with much more land. In terms of size, Franklin is more than twice as large as the other 3 combined, and a lot of that land is still agricultural and offers plenty of space for future development. Franklin is a thriving community that offers an exceptional quality of life for its residents, known for its strong sense of community, excellent schools, diverse neighborhoods, and a convenient location. Franklin has become an increasingly popular choice for individuals and families looking to settle down and enjoy a balanced lifestyle. With its commitment to community growth, a range of housing options, and a multitude of amenities, and a location positioned really ideally close to the quickly growing corridor between Chicago and Milwaukee, it will probably continue to be one of the fastest growing communities. Franklin offers a wide variety of real estate choices. Currently, 3 brand new subdivisions are under construction, with probably more to come in the future. New construction homes are currently selling in the low to mid 600s, but Franklin offers also a lot of entry and mid-level priced options. The west and the north side have a lot of homes that were constructed in the 1960s. Most of them are medium-sized ranches, and depending if they have been updated or not, they will sell usually in the high 200s to medium 300s. If you're looking for something a little bit bigger and larger, you will find a quite big selection of homes that were built in the 90s or maybe early 2000s. Many of them are 2-story colonials with a nice yard, and they're typically priced in the mid 400s. Only the top 10% of the market are between $750,000 and $1 million, with just a handful of select homes breaking the $1 million mark every year. Franklin has also a strong focus on businesses and has a nice business park on Ryan Road, which is just minutes away from the freeway and benefits from its proximity to the Milwaukee-Chicago corridor and to the Milwaukee airport. Franklin prides itself in being a diverse community, welcoming people from all walks of life to create a vibrant community. And speaking of which, it is clearly a lot more suburban, with a lot of parks and green spaces in between, but still with a good proximity to most downtown destinations. I would say probably around 15 to 20 minutes, depending on traffic. Some of Franklin's main attractions are actually right on the border with Greendale. Noteworthy, for example, is the Whitnall Park, which is a huge recreational area and includes, amongst other things, a botanical garden, a golf course, and naturally, the Whitnall Beer Garden. After all, we are still the Brew City. A really cool entertainment area is called The Rock, and it attracts members from all 4 communities and beyond. The Rock is a sports complex that includes 2 baseball fields, a mountain bike and a BMX trail. I think they have some winter stuff going on, and 2 bars which host really cool events. And right next to it we have the Lux Golf Base, which is an interesting high-tech 3-story driving range with 57 bays and a pretty cool technology tracking each ball down to the direction of the spin on the ball. And it wouldn't be Wisconsin without 2 bars and restaurants and of course another beer garden. If you're more into classic golfing, Franklin won't let you down with 2 public golf courses to choose from and also a PGA caliber golf course managed by the Tuckaway Country Club. All of this makes Franklin and the entire southwest side of Milwaukee a highly desirable community and definitely worth a look. If you're thinking about moving to the Milwaukee area, you should definitely check out our 40-page relocation guide with very dense information and details about the entire area, which you can download from our website onpointrg.com, and it will cover most of the typical questions that you might have. We have literally helped over 100 families move here to Milwaukee, and I know what it feels like moving to a new city. I have relocated personally here 15 years ago, and I had to learn everything from scratch and try to figure out where I wanted to live. Based on this, we take an educational approach, and we can help you narrow down the options based on your personal criteria and preferences, and then come up with a short list of neighborhoods to further investigate. We do this all the time. A lot of people reach out to me after they have seen one of my videos, and I'm very happy to hear from you as well. If you want to have a chat with me in person, you can just book a phone call or a Zoom call with me, super easy. Look at my schedule for this week and pick a time that works for your busy schedule. The link for this will be in the description below. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much for watching, and see you at the next one.